Welcome back to another video, everyone. Today I'll be giving you my complete process to mastering any chord. We'll go over the 3 stages that I believe lead to ultimate chord mastery, beginning with stage 1 right now. So starting off with the very first step of stage number 1, we're literally just going to find out what the chord we want to play is. And I think the best way to do this is to just Google it online, put the name of the chord you want, for example C major, and just Google C major chord diagram for guitar. And what that will show is a picture of the guitar fretboard as if you were looking at it face on. And on the right you'll see the E string, the smallest string, and then on the left it'll have the biggest and the thickest E string. And what this chord diagram will show you is where you need to put each of your fingers to play the chord. And if it goes even further, some chord diagrams have numbers on each of these dots, and that tells you which finger you need to use for each place. So if it was a number 1, you use your index finger, number 2 your middle finger, 3 and 4 for your little finger. So now that we've got stage 1 done and dusted, it's time to bring this visual image that we have and play it onto the guitar. And the thing with stage 2, this is when we build the muscle memory in, because with any chord, it's all good if you know exactly where your fingers need to play, but you need to have that muscle memory to be able to quickly go to any chord without even thinking about it. So in order to start this process of building the muscle memory we need to be able to play chords automatically, we'll take these visual pictures that we built in steps 1 and 2, and now we're going to form the picture with our hands and just hold it over the strings and hover. Don't even press down onto the strings, just be able to imagine the chord in your head and then place it where your hands need to go. And again, you can use the chord diagram if it has the numbers to be able to know which finger goes where. So to quickly recap that, we take the vision of the shape we want and we form it with our fingers and then place it over the strings, just hovering and not pressing down. So what you can do here is get the shape you want and form the chord, and just practice making that connection between, okay, I want to play a C chord, what does it look like? Ah yes, and then putting it into your fingers, and you don't even have to press down. Because I know what lots of beginner guitarists struggle with is just the pain of pressing down on the strings because your fingers just aren't rough and tough enough. So by just hovering, you can practice more without your fingers giving in first, and you make a more efficient practice. Alright, so swiftly moving on to step number 4, I call this the hold and pulse. So like we had the hover in step 3, we're now going to apply pressure so that the strings move and our fingers touch the fretboard. So what we're going to do here is just alternate between moments of tension and pressing down on the strings, and then moments of release and letting go of that pressure. But still keep your fingers in contact with the strings. So what you can do is just practice, do like 10 repetitions. So you have your chord, hold down, release, hold down, release, and just repeat that until you can easily get all your fingers to press down at the same time, because that's another issue. It's like when you're learning a new chord, you might go finger by finger, and that's completely fine in the beginning stages. But obviously, if you want to be able to use the chords when you're playing, you need to be able to get them all down simultaneously. Alright, and we can actually combine this hold and pulse with step number 3, which was the hover. So we can hover, hold, pulse, and then hover, and then pulse, and then hover, and then pulse. So we just, now it's a bit harder because we're creating that distance between the strings and your fingers, so you need more coordination to be able to get them down in the right place. And now we can take this a final step further with step number 5, which is the leg tap. So you'll take your chord, give it a strum, and then move your hand and tap your leg. And I know you can't see my leg, but just imagine it. you know. So we chord, leg tap, chord, leg tap. And you could break this apart even further using the previous steps. So you could have a leg tap, hover, pulse, strum, and then leg tap again. And that would really, if you can do that just a few times, you'll really get those chords down quickly. So for a quick summary of what we've just covered, stage 1 was really about the knowing and picturing and learning the chords we want to play. And then stage 2 was about the doing. So building that muscle memory to be able to play and form any chord really quickly and automatically. Now, while stages 1 and 2 are genuinely all you need to achieve any guitar goal that you want, I'll just quickly go over what I think ultimate chord mastery looks like in stage number 3. So if you remember, well, stage 1 was about the knowing, stage 2 was about the doing. It may be a bit of a push, but I'd say stage 3 is about the being. And it's really about embodying the chord and its essence. Too much? Maybe. But when you've mastered stage 3, you're not limited to the chords you've previously memorized, and on the spot you can form new shapes to get the sounds you want. Now, I know this is a very advanced topic, so I'll leave it at that, but that's just if you're interested what I think ultimate chord mastery looks like. So there we go, the entire process that I use to master any chord. And I genuinely believe that if you follow these steps 1 to 5, you'll be able to learn chords instantly like that. So remember, step 1 was you Google the chord, know what you have to play. Step 2 was taking that chord diagram and really understanding it and knowing in your head what you have to do. Stage 3 was the hover. So we form the shape, forming the connections in our brain, and we just form the shape and starting to build that muscle memory of where our fingers go. And then step 4 was the hold and pulse, and where we apply pressure and really get our fingers used to how they feel and where they need to go. And then step 5 was the leg tap. So you completely reset your hands and then play them again, and then just reset for reps, and really solidifying that connection in your brain, telling you, okay, this is the chord I want, play it. Now the problem is, you've got all of these chords, but how do you play them together smoothly and efficiently? Don't worry, I've got you covered with this number 1 drill for mastering any chord change. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you there. Welcome back to another video, everybody. Welcome back to another video, everybody. So stupid. Welcome back to another video, everybody. Welcome back to another video, everybody. Oh, Jesus. The fretboard. Go to any chord without even thinking about it.